Move, muffin. It didn't happen. I went out on that limb, and it snapped. It snapped right under me. There was no Pikmin 4 at all. Nor was this a particularly big direct or anything. But you know what? You gotta try sometimes. I said on Twitter, I'm gonna have a serious talk with the wind, because the wind is what told me, and my guts and my atoms and everything told me this Pikmin, so I'm gonna have to have a long discussion with all those things, giving me wrong information. But you know what? It's fun. It's fun to do that every once in a while, just to really go out there, you know what I mean? Get all hyped up for no real reason, even though I know it's foolish. And it was foolish, because it wasn't the best direct. It was okay. It's like the most okay direct I think we've ever had. The most just like middle of the road, kind of you know what I mean? Let's get to it though. Let's just start as usual. I'm not going to go over every single thing that happened in the direct. That would take way too long. Just gonna, the highlights, things that jumped out at me. So like as expected, there was a lot of like little tiny bits, little reminders on games that we already know are coming, some of which are coming pretty darn soon, so we just got extra little things to kind of remind us and give us an extra little feature. It's exactly what I was saying before. In fact, I was even mentioning like, like amiibo support or something. So like we had Link's Awakening, did exactly that. It was just like, here's the game, don't forget, here's the release date, and here's the amiibo thing, here's the thing. Okay, fine. And then like Pokemon, they just gave us another teeny tiny little thing, just a couple features, Pokemon or two. Makes sense. Luigi's Mansion 3. I don't know why they're showing off so much. I don't know if you saw the commentary. I closed my eyes while I was doing it. But they showed off a new mode, and like that's cool. I don't know if it's something I don't know. Maybe I'll probably try it out, but I don't know a lot of multiplayer stuff. But okay, whatever. And then like Daemon X Machina. I will say I've been talking a lot about how I feel like this game is kind of doomed. I just feel like they sent it to die in September. There's so many other games coming out. It is very good though that it's getting a new demo. That was what stood out to me there, like because a lot of people were scared away by the first demo, didn't perform so well, but they've made a lot of changes. They've improved the game a lot, so I hope those people come back for give it a second chance. That'd be nice. I missed the demo the first time around, so I'll definitely try it out. And then we had slightly more disappointing examples of games that we knew about. So first we had Little Town Hero. The codename Town is now Little Town Hero. I forgot that happens. I forgot that people actually like end up changing the name, because we've had so many cases of like, oh no, the project name just ends up being the name, Octopath Traveler, that kind of thing. So they called it Little Town Hero. This was like, I thought this was gonna be like the big full reveal of the game, because it feels like it was so long ago that we got the initial reveal, and then like this starts out and you're still just like in the same little spot fighting. It feels like the same guy. I could be wrong, but it seemed extremely similar, and it showed a couple of new features, but it didn't really knock my socks off. I kind of thought this was like, oh, here's what the game's really about, and they've kind of been playing it up. There's this whole thing like, oh, Game Freak, they're not even doing Pokemon, they're just focusing on Town. So I kind of thought this was going to be a bigger project, and the way they presented it was just kind of like, here's like a couple things, you can move around the map, and that's cool. Like, I don't know, they didn't really, and it's coming out really soon, which is cool, but I guess it's turning out to be a smaller project than I thought it was, which is a little disappointing. It still looks fun. I'm sure it'll still be fun. I don't know, maybe I'll try it, I'm not sure. So that was just like, I don't know, I kind of expected more there. The coolest part about it was that Toby Fox was doing the music. That's super cool. He does the Undertale, and he did all the music for Undertale. I love the soundtrack for Undertale. So like, how amazing is it that he's just making the music for a Game Freak game? Like, I don't know. That was really neat. That was the highlight there. And then Animal Crossing. I'm really looking forward to Animal Crossing, but it was the weakest, possibly like the weakest lengthy part of the showing. I guess, I don't know, maybe I'm getting my expectations too high. I really did expect, based on what we saw at E3, for there to be just another part of Animal Crossing that we hadn't seen yet, just some aspect of the game. And I guess, I don't know if that's true. There's still time for them to announce it, but it's weird that they didn't hear. I just thought there was something else, like, and here's another feature. This whole thing, I could be wrong. I was doing the commentary with my friends. Maybe we talked through it, but everything I saw was what we knew already. It just was going down the like it was pretending like E3 didn't happen. It was going over all the features that we just, yeah, we know. We know you can play player. We know you gather materials and craft. We know, it was weird. And the fact that it was only telling us stuff we already knew for the most part, yet it just went on and on and on. It was kind of, it was a bit of a dud showing. I mean, like, it still looks great. I still can't wait to play it. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. I kind of just expected more or less if they were just gonna like recycle the same things we know, make it a little shorter. But man, it was just like too long. It was weird. It didn't feel like it needed to be there at all. So I don't know. Okay, I'll hit on a couple third-party things. We got the reveal for Overwatch. Right at the beginning, that was the opener. Pretty cool. Disappointing that it was leaked already. It feels like there are no third-party releases anymore that don't get leaked. It's like it's impossible. I don't know what it is. Same with Witcher 3. It's just like, I'm real happy about it, but I don't know. It's just weird. Super happy the Black Flag and, was it Black Flag and Rogue or just Black Flag? Whatever. We're getting the Assassin's Creed games with the boats on the Switch, and I am so stoked. I love that game so much, and it is funny seeing Witcher 3. I know that was revealed before, but we've got Witcher 3 and Assassin's Creed Black Flag in this same video. And it's like, those are two games that I had on my list of games that I wanted on Switch, so I'm getting what I want. Pretty cool. Then we had the very strange announcement for Deadly Premonition 2, which I don't know if this was a thing before or what. I certainly hadn't heard of it. And then, of course, the original coming to the Switch, like, right now. Played some of the original. Thought it was terrible. Super bad. It is a very weird kind of cult classic game. You love it or you hate it. You love its quirky charm or you just think it's the worst. I'm kind of in the latter camp. I don't know. I didn't give it that much of a shot, but everything I played was just like, this is bad. This is just a bad game and weird. I don't know. I guess I can see the charm. But that was pretty surprising. Another disappointing part, Bethesda comes on, and it's like, here's an announcement for Bethesda. And like, I could tell it was going to be something Doom because it's the picture, but then it's like, I don't know, like maybe I'm just not grasping the gravity of this announcement. It's Doom 64, and it's like, but you just gave us Doom and Doom 2 and Doom 3, and it's like, was Doom 64 that different from I don't really know. I'm not really sure, but I guess, I don't know, like it's just another classic Doom, and I'm sure that's cool for people who are into that, but I guess I just kind of was hoping for more from a Bethesda announcement. Or I thought this would be about Doom Eternal or something. I don't know. I just want Fallout. I just want Fallout already. Come on. 3, New Vegas, 4, whatever you want. Well, not whatever you want. Not 76. Any of the other ones, though. Classic Fallout, that'd be cool, too. In a different way. So it just felt kind of lame. It felt like, why did Pete Hines even need to come on? You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't really worth I don't know. What else? With the third-party stuff, there was a very, very big, I mean, like, there has been just such a big focus on multiplayer, and I just think that's interesting. They really want the Switch to look like an actual alternative, at least in some ways, to the other consoles. Like, no, you got your multiplayer games and your RPGs and your shooters and everything. They just a really, really big emphasis on that. It's really interesting. I don't know if, like, Nintendo is hunting these people down, or if they wanted to bring Overwatch to the Switch or what, but this is funny. There's just so many, so I'm very happy for the kind of people that, I don't know, like those kinds of projects. So back to first-party stuff. What else? We got a Super Kirby Clash. I guess I don't really have anything to say about it other than the fact that, like, I keep forgetting to predict Kirby spin-offs because they're just so inevitable. There's like a Kirby game every year, you know what I mean? Whether it's, not always mainline, I know that, but it was pretty much inevitable to get another Kirby game announced pretty much now. You know what I mean? The Ed Smash stuff, the Banjo surprise drop, that was a lot of fun. People, I don't know if I know everyone was waiting for the thing to go out, the patch, so I don't know if it went out yet or what. I'm looking forward to playing him, trying him out, might even do a video on it. Terry from Fatal Fury was a new Smash character, and it was the rumor. The rumor was that it was an SNK character. I don't know anything about SNK. I don't even know what Fatal Fury is. I don't know who Terry is. So obviously it's disappointing, but I feel like a lot of people are kind of like, it's hard to be disappointed when everything has been so good so far. You know what I mean? You just, like, how can we complain? They could have just stopped with Hero and Banjo and we just would have been great. So I don't know. And then, like, I don't know if this is true or not, but it feels like they knew it was going to be a little disappointing. And that's why they chose to simultaneously announce that and the fact that we'd be getting more DLC fighters. And that was almost like the biggest part of this Direct, was just the simple knowledge that we're going to be getting more DLC fighters beyond this pack. And I do think that's cool. Money-wise, it's kind of like, wow, we're going to really end up spending over $100 on this game. Does feel like a lot, but at the same time, like, more DLC fighters is cool, because then there isn't as much pressure on the remaining ones, because there's still a chance later. So that was big. And then, man, we did the commentary with my friends, and I didn't know that they were gonna do what is actually the biggest reveal of this entire Direct after the Direct. I didn't know that, so I didn't stick around. I didn't stick around for the Smash thing. I thought it was just gonna be Banjo. I believed them. I didn't know they were going to announce a Sans costume, Mii Fighter costume. Pretty mind-blowing. It's like, it's pretty big. It's like, I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's Sans in Smash. He's not an original fighter, but it's just like with Shovel Knight, where it's like, that's still really, really cool. You know what I mean? It's nuts. It's Undertale. And all they were, I don't know, it sounds like he was all chummy with Toby Fox, and they're bringing the song in. I don't know. It's just crazy. It's really crazy. It's kind of the best of both worlds. Like, nobody's gonna not be happy, even though it's just a Mii Fighter costume. That's still amazing. But then, like, there's all the people that, who was that? Forgive me if you're a person that I follow on Twitter, and I forget who was saying it, but they were saying this basically. It's the best of both worlds. Because then all the people who hate Undertale think he's a terrible character. Well, at least he's not a real character. You know what I mean? It's kind of like we both win. Pretty funny. Very big. I don't know. Just very interesting. Definitely wish that was in the Direct itself, so I didn't have to read about it on Twitter. Super NES games. They came, and they did not increase the price. I'll definitely be talking about all this in a future video a lot more, but I will say I'm impressed and pleased that they did not increase the price. I thought they were going to charge an extra $5-10 a year or whatever, and even the initial batch of games is pretty meaty. Good on them. That's cool. I'm pretty happy about that. But yeah, we'll talk about that later. And then the one more thing, Xenoblade Chronicles, like, it seems like a remaster. That is cool. Do not get me wrong. That's a cool thing. That's something that, you know, there was the whole thing. They wanted it in North America on the Wii, and Nintendo didn't want to do it, but then they did, or they halfway did. But I know we got it on the 3DS, the new 3DS, so it's cool just because it sounds like it's such a good game and a lot of people like it so much. I could see it doing pretty good sales. It didn't feel like a closer, though. It didn't feel like a one more thing. I don't know. Felt like an opener. It kind of felt like the kind of thing that's big enough to open the show, but not quite to close. Because, I don't know, one more things can be so big. And while this is really cool, I don't know, doesn't really feel big. I don't know, man. Just a little, I don't know, just a little weird. And it's not Pikmin, so that's why, that's really why I'm disappointed. No, overall, this Direct, yeah, like, disappointing. And, like, here's the thing, though. Don't think that I'm disappointed because I had my expectations through the roof, or because I didn't get Pikmin. All that, like, it's for fun. All that's for fun. It was half shtick, you know, it's the thing. It's for fun. Deep down in my gut, I don't know, like, I did have the, you know, if you listen to my Arlo cast, I had a gut feeling that was just wrong, that it would be big, but I'm still, like, I don't get sad anymore. Like, there used to be a time when this kind of Direct would have made me super sad, but, like, I learned to take it now, and, you know, I'm disappointed, not because I had my expectations high, but just because there wasn't a lot in this Direct there, and, because another thing I'm going to do a video on, we just don't have much for 2020. So I'm looking at that almost empty schedule and, like, they have to have something. And what though? This was the time to announce stuff that will come in the first half of 2020, because by January it's too late. They're not going to reveal stuff and then release it 3 months later, 2 months later, you know, like they need some time. So that's where I felt like this was kind of our last chance to have an okay first half of 2020. I don't want another barren first half, but it's kind of looking that might be it. I don't know. Again, I'll talk about it later. But so that's, you know, it's not that I expect everything I want forever because I want everything. I'm greedy, but just because I don't know what's coming out in 2020. So that's kind of why it was disappointing. We didn't really get, it was just a lot of kind of okay stuff. And then here's the thing that's like not necessarily the fault of the Direct. Like almost everything was leaked. And like we're getting to that point, like I said, like third-party games, there's no possible way to surprise us anymore. And that's annoying. And it's always for like silly reasons, like Overwatch, really because a carrying case. And then like Assassin's Creed, that just got spoiled a couple days ago. Super NES, that's been so heavily rumored for so long, and patents and codes and all that stuff. Like it's been basically guaranteed. Banjo-Kazooie dropping today. I was like kind of doubtful, but everyone's been talking about it. It's been really strongly rumored. That too. Even Xenoblade. We didn't know exactly what it would be, but even just recently I saw a thing that was like, oh man, there's a really good chance Monolith is working on something that's going to be in the Direct. Like even that, like just why? Why is everything getting leaked? So I don't know, maybe if there were more surprises, it would have felt a little less disappointing, or really just, I don't know, it just really needed like that one thing. The one thing no one saw coming, even if it's not something I necessarily care about, just something that we can be like, whoa, yeah, there's a 2020 game right there. That took us by surprise. So otherwise, it was more like an update. I was saying with my friends, like, it kind of felt like if Nintendo did monthly Directs, that felt like it would be a monthly Direct. You know, like it didn't feel very substantial. And like, that's fine. Some are good, some are less good. I'm not hurt about it. I'm not like broken up about it. I will admit it was disappointing and it wasn't super entertaining, but at the same time, there'll be others. There's always others. I'm a grown up, you know, I can take it. I can handle that there was no Pikmin or whatever. So that was that. Yeah, it was just kind of okay. All right. You know, yeah, it was okay. Let me know what you thought about it. Let me know what your favorite quote-unquote surprises were. And let me know down in the comments. I'll catch you later. You're awesome. See you on the later time. That is not now, but later. Instead of now.